Are you tired of scrolling on Instagram and wondering how the hell do these people get their faces to look so dang perfectly blurred and just cute? Like, because I know I was, I was tired of trying to figure out how y'all got that glam to be so soft but so effortless. If y'all feel like that, y'all gonna want to watch this video. My name is Maria. I'm a beauty enthusiast and also a professional makeup artist for more than 8 years. And on YouTube I make beauty content, lifestyle, and also a little bit of fashion here and there. If that sounds like something you like, please come join the family, press the subscribe button, and all that jazz. So today I'm breaking down how to do a soft glam. Soft glams are everywhere nowadays, like all over social media. All the celebrities is doing it. Just all of everybody is getting a soft glam. Also, that's one of the most popular appointments I get as a makeup artist. So I just want to show y'all how to do it. Like, it's so nice, it's so easy. It's the best go-to look because it's perfect. It goes with any type of outfit. You can interchange the lip colors. It's literally the universal look. If there was a universal look, it's the soft glam. Okay, so first things first, do your skincare, okay? You gotta get on your Zoom every day, so do your skincare. A nice soft glam is nothing without skincare. You gotta have a soft base before you can have a soft glam, So do your skincare. Make sure your skin is moisturized, it's soft to the touch, it's bouncy, it's juicy. So I'm gonna use the e.l.f. primer, everybody's good Judy. Okay, while that's getting tacky, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. And then I'm just gonna line the bottom of the brow, line the top, and then fill in the center where hair strokes. Super simple. Also, I'm doing this with a very light pressure. Okay, once you got your eyebrows together, we're going to start perfecting the complexion. Before I put any foundation on my face, I like to look at my imperfections, like my hyperpigmentation and my scars, and I like to either color correct or pre-conceal those before I move on to foundation. To do this, I'm going to use a concealer that's a little bit orangey tone to help cancel out the darkness. I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Medium Deep to just set that concealer. Okay, now that our concealer is set, I'm going to go in with my foundation. Today I'm using the House Labs foundation in the shade 480 Medium Deep Neutral. Okay, now that our foundation is blended out to perfection, I'm going to spray it with some setting spray. This just helped the foundation to be locked in, okay? I'm telling you, try it. Okay, now let's go in with concealer. We're not going for a UK light under eye baddie look. So we're going to go in with a concealer that's soft, maybe 2 shades lighter than us, not 3 or 4, just 2. So I'm going to use the Huda Beauty concealer in the color Crumble. I'm going to go in with a more darker shade on the outside of my eye. This is gonna help lift the eye without being too dramatic. I'm also going to apply that first concealer on top of my eyelids as my eyeshadow primer, so that when we're ready to do our eyeshadow, we have a nice base. This is a very important step, guys. You have to let your concealer dry. You have to let it dry down. You can't go in and start blending because it's not gonna blend properly. It's gonna be patchy. You're gonna pick up most of the product on your brush, which is you're gonna lose the coverage. So you have to let it dry. I take a fan and I literally dry it because I don't have time to be sitting here all day. So I do use a fan and I dry my concealer down. You want to do it until the concealer is tacky and not so wet, if that makes sense. You don't want to do it till it's dry and you can't move it, but you want it to be a little bit tacky and not so liquidy. Okay, once our concealer is dried down, I'm going to take the Real Techniques brush and I'm going to start blending. I'm going to start with my chin, then I'm going to go to my forehead, and then my upper lip, then the outsides of my eye. And I'm going to leave the inside of my eye for last because that is where we want the most coverage and that is where we want to move the product around the least. I also do in the corner of my noses first before I really do hit underneath the eye. Very important step. When you're blending out directly underneath your eye, you want to use the lightest pressure ever because you don't want to move the product around and you want to keep that coverage right directly underneath your eye. So I'm literally just using super light patting motions. So I love to leave my nose for last because I really want to make my nose contour pop, so I just leave that for last. Once that's done, it's time to start setting underneath our eye. Today I'm going to use the Huda Beauty powder in Kanafa under my eye. Now the key is when you lay that first layer of powder, you want it to be as evenly distributed on your puff as possible, okay? And you want it to be as light as possible. So go in for that final blend. Saturate your powder with the brush. With the puff, right? And then tap it off on your hand. You want to tap it as much as possible to get as much excess off the puff as possible. And then we're going to push this in underneath our eye. Okay, now that we set our eye with that little bit of powder, we're going to put a little bit more to bake a little bit. Because I still want underneath my eye to give, you know. But doing that first step ensures that the powder won't be patchy and it's going to lay evenly and give you that soft focus effect. Because this is a soft glam, don't forget. Now I'm going to go in to blend out my nose contour. Now to fully contour my nose, I just use my bronzer, which is a powder, and I use a sort of slanty brush to contour my nose. And I always blend my nose contour into my eyebrows. Okay, once that's done, I just take the excess powder that's on my powder brush and kind of push it into the rest of my face. Since this is a soft glam, I do not focus on the contour so much. I mostly bronze. So I'm going to use this powder bronzer just to bring some life into the face a little bit. This is my favorite bronzer from the beauty supply store. It only cost me $4, I believe. I could be lying, but it can't be more than 10. It is from Absolute Beauty, and it's called Miami Sunshine. Love this. Okay, now that you have that nice layer of bronzer into the face, look at that glow that it brought me. Like, oh my gosh, I love bronzer. One of my favorite makeup steps. After I do that, if I want a little bit more oomph, I put a darker powder right at the hollow of my cheek just to give us a little bit of contour snatch, but nothing too crazy. This is a soft glam, remember. Alright guys, at this point we're going to get into the eyes. So remember that concealer we laid on the eye? I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out. And I'm going to put a light layer of powder on top of that concealer. This eyeshadow is going to be one of the easiest eyeshadows y'all ever did. It's literally 2 colors. That's it. So I'm literally going to use my bronzer shade all over my eyelid. So the same bronzer on an eyeshadow brush. I'm going to saturate it, tap it off, and literally just put that all over your eyelid. And a little bit in the crease. Also, we're not blending, we're just tapping that in. Like, look how soft that is. Once you get your desired color level, I'm going to go in with the eyeshadow color that's a little bit lighter, like a transition shade. I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's like a caramel color. I'm going to blend the crease out with that. So you saturate your brush. If you want, you can stop here. But, you know, I like to blow it out a little bit. We're going to saturate the brush and just blend this into the crease. Okay, once that's done, you're done with the eyeshadow. Like, see how simple that was? Now, at this point, just to make my cheeks pop, I am going to go in with some blush. Plus, this is a real blushy time. Like, I'm obsessed. The world is obsessed. Can't get enough. So, I'm using the House Labs blush in Watermelon Bliss. Prettiest blush ever. Although this is a soft glam, you're allowed to blush, okay? You're allowed to go a little heavy on the blush. I don't know about y'all, but this is like one of my favorite parts of makeup now. And I also like to bring it at the corner of my eye. I'm going to go in with that Skin Tone Translucent Powder, the medium deep, and lay that underneath my bronzer just to give it a little bit more snatch. I'm not going to let that sit or bake or anything. I'm going to kind of push that into the skin. At this point, I'm going to wipe my nose powder off. Okay, just to buff everything out, I'm going to use the Micro Smooth Powder by Sephora and a powder brush and just buff everything out so that everything is seamless. Just to make my under eye pop a little bit, I'm going to use this pressed powder by MAC underneath my eye just to make it, you know, pop a little bit more. And if you lost your blush in the process, just take that blush brush and reintroduce some of that blush back into your face. Alright, look how soft we look. I feel like we can't have a soft glam without highlighter, okay? So I'm going to use like a rosy, golden pinkish highlighter. I don't know, the girls stopped using highlighter. I still love highlighter, so I'm going to still be glowy. Y'all stay over there and be matte to death. I am still going to be glowy. Now that we have lashes on, I ran that bronzer underneath my lash line just to, you know, complete the eye. I didn't use no eyeliner on the waterline, just a little slight wing. Like I told y'all, I love highlighter, and for some odd reason, I just started using the Fenty Glow Bomb. But I always use it as a topper. Like I never use it as my main highlighter. I put it on top of highlight that I already applied. Okay, to finish it off, you know we gotta spray our face down. So I'm going to spray my face down with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. You want to try not to get your eye. I know I did a horrible job at that, but you want to try your best not to spray your eye. And then you want to let that dry. Back to my handy dandy fan. So for lips, I just do a regular nude, like glossy lip. So I'm going to use this brown liner by Ulta Beauty in the color Mink. This is actually an eyeliner, but it just applies so smooth that it's my favorite liner. Your lips should be looking like this. Now I'm going to use a nude liquid lipstick in the middle. And now I'm going to go in with the gloss. This is like a nude gloss in the center of the lip. Then to really finish it off and make the lips pop, I'm going to use a clear lip oil just around the lip liner. I'm telling you, this step is going to have your lips looking popping. This is the finished look. Now, wasn't that easy? You know, it's a soft glam, you know, so we giving soft. Thanks for watching this video. Tell me what you think in the comments. Would you try this look? Or, you know, what's your favorite look, your go-to look? Definitely push that bell notification to be notified when I make more videos, because trust me, I'm coming with the beauty instructional content, okay? So push that bell notification, subscribe, drop me a comment, follow me on TikTok. I post on TikTok almost daily, maybe every other day. And also Instagram.